Alrighty, so one thing I wanted to talk about before we get started with this video today is while you're watching these videos, get yourself a piece of lined paper out and copy down the notes as we go. If I start going too fast during the video or something, just pause it. But don't just watch these videos. It's really not going to do any good. Make sure you got some lined paper there or blank paper or whatever. But make sure you're copying these notes as we go so that you get the practice in. Okay. I know I post these notes as well, with this lesson, but you definitely learn a lot better if you copy them yourself. Okay, so we're starting to get into some more multi-step problems here with solving equations. All right, so when you come across these problems, I got a couple steps I want to talk about. The first thing you want to check for are there any parentheses. Okay, and if there's any parentheses, you want to do distributive property. Okay, so we're going to get rid of the parentheses by using the distributive property. Remember, distributive property is multiplication, so if you had something like this, 3 times 4x minus 5, you're going to multiply there. So 3 times 4x, 3 times minus 5, you're going to get 12x. 3 times minus 5 is minus 15. All right, so you see parentheses. First thing we're going to do is get rid of those. So use distributive property. And again, that's multiplication when we do distributive property. Second, we're going to look for like terms. All right, and this is where we've been talking about by putting a line through the equal sign is really important with like terms. So with like terms, they are the same variable and they're on the same side of the equal sign. And you add or subtract their coefficients. Okay, so where I'm going with that is you get something like this: 2x plus 7 plus 5x equals, how about negative 2x plus 8. So I've been telling you guys, put a line through the equal sign so we know that this is the left side of my equal sign, this is the right side of the equal sign. Okay, and our goal is to get it down to just x and a constant on both sides. But right now we have this 2x plus 5x. So an easy way to remember this is that they're on the same side of the equal sign. Okay, they're both on the left, and we're going to do the same operation that's here. So it's positive 2x plus 5x is 7x plus 7. Notice my right side of the equal sign, I just had negative 2x plus 8. I didn't touch it. It's just dropping down, coming along for the ride here. Okay, so again, same variable on the same side of the equal sign, we do the same operation. So again, same side, same operation. Easy things to remember there. All right, so they're going to be the same variable, in this case x and x. We're not going to be solving any two variable equations here. But same side of the equal sign, you do the same operation. Okay? And then third, this is going back to what we've already done. You're going to add or subtract to isolate the variable. And then 4 multiply or divide. All right, so let's start to take a look at some examples here. All right, so let's just start off with a two-step equation here. 4x minus 7 equals negative 31. So there's my original problem there. I'm just going to rewrite it down here. So again, our goal is to get that x by itself. So we want to get rid of the 4, we want to get rid of the minus 7. Take care of any addition or subtraction first. So since I'm subtracting 7 on the left, I'm going to have to add 7 to the right. My 4x, that just drops down, so I get 4x equals negative 24. So I have 4 times x equals negative 24. Again, let's make some little notes here. This is 4 times x, that's multiplication. All right, so we have 4x equals negative 24, so we're going to divide both sides by 4. We get x equals negative 6. For our final answer there. Okay, so really good problem here as far as a two-step equation. Taking care of your addition or subtraction first, then your multiplication or division. We got some negatives here. Just be careful with your negatives. I think that's one of the biggest struggles in any problem that we do all year is forgetting about a negative. Right here it's negative 31 plus 7, so it's negative 24. Make sure you have 38 or negative 38 or something like that. One more two-step equation here. All right, 12 minus x equals 9. So the first thing I really want to point out here is that this 12 minus x, so there's my original, I just want to rewrite it down here. Equals 9. It's right there. You want to think of that as a coefficient of negative 1. So the first thing I'm going to do here is I want to move this 12 to the right. So I'm going to subtract 12 to start. So 12 minus 12 is 0. But right here, this is going to be the trick. Not trick, but just something that's easy to miss is it's minus x. That minus sign has to come along here. So that negative 1x there, 9 minus 12 is negative 3. So I have negative 1 times x equals negative 3. So again, you could think of this as negative 1x right there. So I got to divide both sides by negative 1. Negative 3 divided by negative 1 is going to be a positive 3. So those are two good two-step problems there. Just going over a couple things there. Be careful with your negatives. Oops. The lights turn off on me if I don't move for a while. All right, so next up, let's start to do some with distributive property here. So we'll go with 2 times 4x minus 3 equals 18. So again, first thing we want to do here is get rid of those parentheses. I think it's just a good habit on all these problems. If you see parentheses, get rid of them. So we're going to distribute the 2. So that means multiply by 2. So 2 times 4 is 8x. 2 times the minus 3 is negative 6 equals 18. So now we're right back to where we were before. Forgot to put a line through there. Gotta make sure I'm doing what I'm telling you guys to do. All right, so we have 8x minus 6 equals 18. Again, I just want to rewrite that so you can see my step-to-step. We're ready to solve now. Okay, we got x and a constant there. We're good to go. So I'm going to add 6 to both sides. So I get 8x equals 18 plus 6 is 24. Divide both sides by 8. (24) divided by 8 is 3. All right, so we got 2 more to go over here. All right, so we got 7x minus 5 plus 3x equals 25. All right, so hopefully the thing that stands out to you here is that I have a 7x and a 3x, both on the left side of the equal sign. So again, put a line through that equal sign. So again, these are like terms. They're on the same side of the equal sign. So we are going to do the same operation. So 7x plus 3x is 10x. I didn't do anything with the minus 5. The minus 5 is just dropping down, coming along for the ride here. And equals 25. I did not mess with that at all. So I have 10x minus 5 equals 25. Now we're right back to where we've been with these problems. So I'm going to add 5 to both sides. So this is ready to solve back here. So my 10x, that just drops down. 25 and 5 is 30. Move this up. 10x equals 30. I'm going to divide both sides by 10. And I have x equals 3. All right, so again, the main thing up here is 7x and 3x are on the same side of the equal sign. They're both on the left side of the equal sign. So this is why I was saying, like, even going back to those one-step equations, I said put a line through the equal sign. That's going to be super important as we start to go through these and we get more and more in each problem. To start off, like, I kind of consider this like cleaning up the problem, combining those like terms there. You want to know what's on the left, what's on the right, because we're going to have a lot of cleanup to do before we can really start to solve the equation, okay? Again, this is just kind of a cleanup step, and then we really get into solving. All right, so last one we're going to do here, we're going to have to do distributive property and then combine like terms. So again, there's my original. So we're going to do distributive property first. So we're going to distribute that 2 to the x and to the 3 that are inside the parentheses. Put a line through my equal sign right away so I don't forget. So this is 2 times x plus 3. This plus 8, that's just hanging out there for the moment. So 2 times x is 2x. 2 times 3 is 6. Again, plus 8, that's just coming down. Not doing much with that right now. All right, next up, combine like terms. Six plus 8. They're on the same side of the equal sign. we're going to do the same operation. 6 plus 8 is 14. So I got 2x plus 14 equals 24. So this is ready to solve. So as we move forward here, you want to get it down to, most of the time it's going to be x and a constant, or a variable and a constant, kind of a coefficient. No one really cares about that. But this is ready to solve. Variable constant equals a constant. This is ready to go. We got rid of the parentheses. We got rid of like terms. We got this thing cleaned up. This is nice and clean and ready to go. So I'm just going to rewrite this before I start putting too much here. We're going to subtract 14 from both sides. So again, 2x, that's just dropping down. 24 minus 14 is 10. Last up, divide both sides by 2. We get x equals 5. All right, so keep your problems organized. Put a line to the equal sign. Don't try and skip steps right now. All right, take your time.